Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of A Woman Holding an Orange. We are the Bug Bite Podcast,
I'm Dan.
I'm Anthony.
and I'm Seth. I will be starting off reading part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, definitely go check it out. It's a very interesting and scary story.
So
Link is
part
below.
So part one was like really longer than we would expect it to be, and there's a lot of parts of this story. So if you guys like this story,
Long-form videos.
well, if you guys like this story in general, we could finish it. We'll film it. We'll get it done because we're intrigued ourselves.
If you hate this story, let us know.
Right.
Alright, why don't we begin? So this is the girlfriend's account of the story about a woman holding an orange. So we ended off with the last one. I think they had the rooms all sprawled out. Someone broke in, but his girlfriend or protagonist's girlfriend had said that she actually knew. Like he.
Did we ever get a name for the girlfriend?
We
No,
didn't
we
yet.
never got a name for. Not even the guy.
See, like the girlfriend also knows about the
He knows about the
woman with the orange.
He started crying, and then she was like, "Oh."
She started crying too.
Yeah, she started crying after, and she's like, she knew about it,
Yeah.
which is really freaking weird.
Yeah. Well, if they want to know about the first part,
Check
they
it
can go
out.
see it because it's gonna be up.
Okay.
So here is part 2 of the story.
So this is the girlfriend's story. Okay, guys, I realize I'm a bit late with my girlfriend's story, but when you read my latest update, you'll see that I was quite consumed with what was happening.
Okay, hello.
We have some spillage on his crotch. That's awesome.
We had some spillage.
We had some spillage on his crotch. All right.
I think he took a whiz.
I was quite consumed with what was happening to us. Nothing happened since the incident last night.
Let him slurp. Look along.
Nothing happened since the incident last night. Police called to check with us in the morning. They still have no clue what is going on, really. So, her story. Let me begin by telling you a bit about us. As I said before, I was born in Bosnia, moved to a nearby country in Balkans where I grew up. I came to the US over 6 years ago. My girlfriend was born in India, grew up in Kenya until she was 3. When she moved to Canada, I met her a little over a year ago, and we've been together ever since. So my girl, let's call her Lila, did have few encounters with Rose. First one she remembers was on a plane. She was a flight attendant for Air Canada for several years. One day, about 6 years ago, she was flying her regular flight, but she can't remember what destination it was. It lasted maybe 2 hours. Once they took off and seatbelt signs went away, she got up to serve complimentary drinks. Halfway through her section, she met Rose. She didn't know about it at the time, of course. She said that something was terribly off about the woman. She had this creepy grin on her face, was really pale, and kept staring at her. When Lila offered her a drink and some snacks, she got no answer, only a wider and creepier smile. Then Rose spoke. "I have something for you," she said in a voice that definitely wasn't natural for a woman her age. Her voice belonged more to a teenager than an adult. There was something playful but terrifying in it.
Not a child. Hold on. Oh, is that the end?
Paragraph, yeah, go ahead.
That's the end of the paragraph.
So,
Not a child.
I forgot to bring that up.
She's a teenager in this one? Like her voice.
Last episode. Why do you think she makes the voice of a child?
Oh, that's she definitely changes her voice when she's speaking to
We
different
had the
people.
idea, like, the possession, like,
But and she also
she's
doesn't
possessed
but
by
she
the
also doesn't
child.
move her like lips. Remember that?
She don't move her lips. But now she's acting like a teenager.
Like
Does she,
grinning.
like, age up?
No, her voice is different.
It said it's a teenager, not
Yeah, not an 8-year-old. So that also plays into the whole possession thing. Like there's another entity. Wow, that was a lightning. There's like another entity controlling her at the age. But this is also later on from probably the guy's account.
She saw Rose though, right?
Yes,
So it's the
on a
same
plane.
woman. It's not
Yes,
just
but
like,
the possession, like there's something inside possessing her, but it's like aging.
Or
It's
no.
aging simultaneously as she is.
Hold on.
It's younger than her almost.
Maybe it's deeper than that. Maybe it's more like, yeah, but like, think about how our protagonist talks about his life and like the things that he doesn't really remember or doesn't want to remember. He talks about him as a child.
right.
So him as a child
Okay.
Rose is a child. Now we don't know anything about. What's her name? Lila.
But it happened when she was a teenager. She's acting like a teenager.
Yeah, I think what it is that there's something possessing Rose that is making her do this for whatever. I don't know why, but I definitely think it's aging up, and I think this is at a different time than, like this is like probably 11 years later, or let's say what would it be? Like 9 years later, 9 years later it would be.
Yeah.
Than the first account, because the thing was like what? It's like a teenager. It's like a few years later after the 8-year-old, like it's growing inside of her, almost like the possession, the thing is aging. It's aging up.
There's a soul inside of her that's still growing up.
It's
That's
like
weird.
it's
Alright.
like yeah. All right,
I get what you
you
mean.
get it. Whoa. Okay. I have something for you, she said. Now Lila has seen some while flying, so she wasn't taken back by this interaction. Yeah? What would that be, ma'am? Don't patronize me. She said that fast, like really fast. Her jaw was closed while saying that. Then she started grinding her teeth, never letting go of that smile. That was a red flag for Lila. When passengers get aggressive, attendants walk away unless there is physical contact. Alright, well, you have a pleasant rest of your flight, ma'am, okay? I have this for you, she whispered it, taking an orange from behind her back, never moving a muscle on her face. Still a teenage voice. Like when a 12-year-old hits puberty kind of voice.
Detail.
So yeah, now we're getting like
It's
another
more.
age. Yeah,
It's
there's too much detail with
There's
the age.
correlation of it.
So there's something there.
Alright, we'll figure it out. We'll see.
Gotta be some kind of puzzle there.
We'll see.
No thanks. Lila decided to call it a day and walk away. Oh, but you should, or one day, one day, and that's that. Lila gave the off look and walked away. Lady never bothered her again during that flight. This was the period, and then it was during that flight, so it's emphasizing that she fucking bothered her again. Lila went home a few days later and didn't think much of what had happened. When her mom asked her how her flight was, Lila smiled and said, "Good, other than one really crazy later." Mom wanted to hear more, so Lila started telling her about what happened. By the time she said the word orange, her mom started crying. Lila was in shock. It was story time. Well, apparently when my girlfriend was a baby in Kenya, she had woken her parents up a few times with loud crying. When they'd walk into her room, she'd have an orange next to her in her crib. Everything in the house would be locked, though. Windows, doors, everything. It got to the point where her parents moved the crib into their room and installed security cameras. Well, on Lila's 3rd birthday, that morning when they woke up, they saw an orange laying on Lila's chest. They were absolutely taken over by horror. They called the police. Police came and looked over the camera footage. Cameras clearly showed a woman opening the front door that was locked, walking into their room, placing an orange on Lila, and just standing there for like an hour, just standing there with her head tilted to the left, looking at her. By this point, it is unnecessary to say that Lila was completely horrified. Her mom wasn't doing much better either. Anyways, to keep the story going, her parents didn't know what to do. Police couldn't find the mysterious woman, and no security measure, other than 24/7 bodyguards, which they couldn't afford, was enough. Some of their family was already in Canada and were pressing them to move, so this incident was a final push. They moved and left this creature with an orange behind, until that day, on that flight. So you guys want to say anything about that? I mean, that's really...
That's nuts, bro.
The door was locked. That's
So
the first
so you're
supernatural...
saying this is,
not the first,
Lila.
but...
Her name's Lila, right?
Lila, yeah.
So you're saying like this
I-
is the first time that
It's not the first supernatural event, but this is definitely a supernatural...
Getting the goosey goosebumps.
this is the first time we're actually like getting like
This
kind of
little baby
freaked
she's
out.
going in and putting it on...
just
Staring there. Staring at her in the middle of the night. Oh, we're getting lightning and thunder, too. Oh. You guys better be careful tonight.
Getting spooky
You're
now.
gonna get some oranges on your chest.
I'm never gonna look at an orange.
She's
and say,
angry.
man.
I'm actually,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
if I
that's
see an
true.
orange, I'm gonna be
Just
like,
laying
who put
somewhere?
that there? Lila was completely unable to do anything for the next few days after that conversation. She didn't eat much, didn't communicate with anyone. After a while, she got better. There was no sign of further horror, so she started believing it was all just a coincidence. And she went on with her life. She hadn't seen Rose in years after that. Last time she encountered Rose was 1 month before she, Lila, met me. 1 month. That's not. 1 month is
Last time
very.
she saw Rose
Was
was
1 month.
I was just
So.
about to ask. Oh,
Surgery.
never mind. I was about to ask
Uh,
beforehand if she met Rose specifically before
him.
him, but no,
No.
clearly not.
It's something to do with fate.
That's what
It's
I said last,
yeah, it's
last
something to do
episode.
with
I was
fate.
thinking about. I think it's a
Well, because
fate
the
thing.
whole baby on the with the orange thing didn't happen to our guy.
Yeah, no, it
happen.
happened. It happened to her.
Do you think it's not the guy who's the focus? It's the girl then.
It's both of them.
No. The guy never experienced the things as a baby. She only came to his
Well,
life
we don't.
from the mom as a friend.
All right, keep going. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Plow through it.
Lila did many transatlantic flights. She loved those. Long travel, decent money, seeing the world. She had it all. 1 month before we met, she was coming back from a Hong Kong trip. She flew to Toronto, I believe. She's asleep, and I don't remember exactly. I believe it was Toronto, though. Crew had a nice hotel. Everyone had their own room. Lila was on the 3rd floor. She loved drinking at that time, and got pretty drunk that night. She passed out about 1 a.m. At around 4 a.m., she heard a knock on the door. 4 a.m. Then another one, and then another one. They weren't loud or 4 a.m., sorry. They weren't
3 a.m. challenge.
they weren't loud or fast knocks. No, they were slow and silent, yet loud enough to wake her up. She rolled out of bed thinking it was one of her equally drunk crew members. Not thinking much, she opened the door, and there she stood. Lila said that the lights in her room were off, but the TV was on. Light from the screen was shining on Rose's face. Shining on the grin, a white face paired up with a tilted head. Pearly white teeth, bright red lipstick. You know how when you're drunk and some scary accident, cops, etc. happens and you're sobered up immediately? Yeah, she just let out this helpless sound of horror. They both stood there. Rose started rocking back and forth. Every time she'd rock back, she'd reveal red shoes hidden underneath her white dress. Her teeth were grinding. Then she pulled out an orange. What do you want from me? Lila begged. Rose kept rocking with a smile. Please just leave me alone. I don't have anything. You take it. You take it now. He will too. She said that with the same teenager voice, only a little more playfully tone was used this time, like a happiest child. Don't know if it was her defense mechanism activating, but Lila took the orange and threw it over Rose's head and screamed, "Get out of here and take it with you, you freak!" That was the first time either of us saw Rose lose her smile. White teeth disappeared underneath the thick red lips. Head went back from a gentle tilt into its natural position. I will see you two soon.
Someone walked out. Who's your brother or dad?
Oh, someone walked out. Someone's coming. She said it in an adult voice, and this was scarier than the teenager one. Lila says it because it sounded real, like a conscious, normal person making a threat. Of course, at the time, Lila didn't know me and had no idea who you two were. She assumed it'd be her mom. That brings us to today. Yeah, if you read the update from my previous story, you saw that our room was broken into by Rose. Logical assumption. Pictures of the break-in were taken before the police came. They will be up on here today. Some stuff in our room was moved around. We are scared, clueless as to what's going on. I will be Skyping with my mom soon to see if she has any answers. Lila will talk to her mom as well. So, one thing to say that I wanted to mention is that he on the balcony, when she encountered, when our protagonist, the guy, encountered her on the balcony, he cursed at her and swore at her, and she still had the smile. But it was when Lila threw the orange fucking through it, and she got pissed. She lost the smile, and her fucking voice went to an adult voice.
Did it say it went to an adult?
Yes, it went to an adult voice, and she said, what'd she say? I will see you soon. I will see you too soon.
Does it say adult voice?
Yes, she said it in an adult voice. Oh, that thunder and
So
lightning
maybe it's
scared me.
not-
I know, it's crazy, bro. This sky's like.
She's doing
Maybe
it
it's
just
the
to fuck with
age-
her.
It's the age of the orange. It's the age of the orange.
I don't
I'm
know.
not saying the age of the orange, but my prediction was.
Because it's normal orange there. It's old.
My prediction is not that it's the age of the orange, but she uses it as like I know it's kind of corny, but a tell of like how she's feeling. So if she's being
Or
playful,
it's or no, it's how long she's been watching you.
how long she's been.
No, because
No,
she
'cause
switched it at the
said
time. She
was
switched
talking
it.
like a
Yeah,
playful
no,
voice.
dude, I think it's just a paranormal entity, and she's just a demon.
I like to
Paranormal.
think about it as
The adult voice.
But he
when she's
literally
mad.
said like a
I think it is, it's
12-year-old teenager. Like, why would they specifically say that? It's like too specific. Anyways,
Maybe.
yeah, they went from 8. Yeah.
it's too specific.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is a puberty. Yeah. Okay. I am personally just shocked at these developments. I never believed anything like this was even possible. Quite honestly, if one of you wrote the story here, I wouldn't believe you said, and I can't blame you if you don't believe me. But if you had any idea about what this might be, I'm all ears. I assume it's some sort of cult, but Rose knew my girlfriend before I did. Everything so far could have been explained in a logical way, but this took it to a supernatural level. Were they putting an effort into getting us together? How'd they do that? And more importantly, why? For what possible benefit? So a recap of the update. Well, guys, don't know what to tell you. It happened again today, except I didn't see her. Let me give you a quick rundown of events. 9 a.m. I go to the local police station with my girlfriend. We tell them all we know and show Polaroid. Although it's quite friendly, they say they can't really do much except file a restraining order against the person who probably, their words, isn't even in the country. Did we read this?
No,
Yeah, I
I
think-
don't think. I don't.
So it's just a
That's-
recap of it.
It's
That's
a
fine.
recap. So
Think of it for that.
that was actually the end of part 2. So that one's actually shorter.
Interesting. Wait a minute. Someone in chat said, in the comments said, interesting how your favorite song when you were little was Africa and your girlfriend grew up in Kenya. Wait a minute. Do you think they were like trying to program him, like kind of, I don't know, like subconscious?
Like, 'cause
little-
that's the song you hear on
goes
the
off of
radio.
what my-
that could either be something just funny.
Also, we haven't heard.
that happened.
Hold on,
what-
hold on. Sorry to
Go
cut
go
you off.
go.
We haven't heard a lot about his mom. And it could be more or
What's
less.
the mom's friend?
It's the mom's friend. The mom knows everything about him as a kid.
Not everything. But here's what I would say:
Mom.
it is the mom's friend, but every time the mom walked in, she switched up, like she was hiding it.
Yeah.
I'm just I was throwing it out there.
It's
I just think that it's like
I mean, if the mom
I
was in on it,
agree.
if it would be like the mom walked in and like she just wouldn't even notice it was happening. Like that would be like.
but it's almost like yeah, I think it's on a next I think it's on the next level, bro. I don't know. That's what like it's an
on that
assumption.
next level, man.
Yeah, but it's like I'm thinking that maybe the mom is fully aware, and Rose is fully aware that she has something to do with it, right?
It's some definitely, I don't know. I think she's got some type of.
Smoke's following you.
It is. I think it's some future sight. It is. It's fucked up. I think it's some future sight shit where she's able to see, like she knows they're gonna get together. So
Who
she's-
Rose?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why.
I don't think so.
I think the biggest thing was definitely. I think so. Was that orange half, bro? She cut the orange in half when they were together,
Yep.
and she said to Lila, "I'll get you too," and that was before they even met.
Yep.
Before they even met.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to the prediction where the girl is the main focus and the guy is just a second thought because
You too?
it's Well, no, your boyfriend
too.
is
I'll get him too.
is what she said.
No, you too. I thought.
Him too.
Him too.
Sure. I will see you too soon.
You too. Well,
Yes,
that was
you
the
too.
ending, but if you read before, it said him. I'll get him too.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember saying that.
You take it now. Oh wait, she said. You take it. You take it now. He will too.
He will too.
You will too.
So like she's gonna get it, her first and then him. I don't know.
You take it now.
No, it's just
he
acknowledging
will
the fact
too.
that like
She's
she already
trying to
knows
get
about
them.
him.
She's
She already
trying to get them. That's so weird. That's scary.
it's too specific.
Get him for what?
I don't know. We don't
It's like,
know.
all right, what do we know about these people? Right, they're foreign. They're fr-
Completely
they're
foreign.
completely
They're
from
foreign to
frickin-
each other.
They're from like. He's from Bosnia. She's from India. Lived in Kenya. It's like
Bosnia.
crazy.
I like the Commodore's idea that the Africa by Toto because that helps demonstrate
it's
that
a
maybe
joke.
they were meant for each other.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like it's more than just a love story, bro. Like it's like
Not a love story, definitely.
I know, like that's what I'm saying. They're like meant for each other.
Well, no. I don't mean like meant to each other like love story. I mean like
Souls are meant for each other.
they're destined to like what like maybe like
Be with each other for.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
what
know.
you
Maybe
mean.
it's like some old Egyptian
I
god
know.
and like they need to
It's
die
definitely
for like
something.
I don't know some kind of curse to be
This
broken
is,
or something like that. You
that's
know
the
what I
end
mean?
of part 2.
And bro, I'm like throwing out such stretches too.
Yeah.
It's such a stretch, but
See,
like
well, we don't
Say
have
it.
a lot of meat here yet.
We
I
don't.
mean,
We actually don't.
But
I think
these-
before we discuss.
I think that the fact that these people are so attracted to each other, even though they don't know each other, right? Maybe, like this is a maybe, but I've seen stories like this all the time where it's like something happens between two people and it's all connected by this woman. What if that woman actually is their mother?
Rose? No.
It's a stretch, but is it a possibility?
I
I feel like at this point,
at
anything's
this
possible.
point, anything is possible.
don't.
You know what I mean? So,
I
like,
think she's some.
Maybe that's
weird
why
future-
that's why the mother was so afraid about the orange.
Well, no, because the
Because
orange.
it's like
because
if they're adopted, right?
But
it's
no,
like
no. They were
what's
breaking into
happening
the
with this
house.
baby?
I felt the drop.
She knew that. She got so freaked out because someone was breaking into her house and putting an orange in her baby.
That's
the
true.
door was literally locked, and she just straight up opens it and just walks in nonchalant and just puts
Puts
an
it
orange
on
on it and just stares at her. That's just like a baby, like a little kid.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. The
messed
mother,
up.
maybe they're born from like
I think it was predetermined, and she knows, and she's trying to get
The
both
mom
of them.
knows?
No, not the mom. Rose. I think
Oh,
Rose knows.
She's
Rose
the
knows?
she's the orchestrator.
she's
Yeah.
the person who knows.
I don't think anyone else does. I don't think the mothers are in on it, but I could be wrong.
Well, they obviously saw Rose if they were
The
looking
one
for
I
her.
was
think, and
friends
I
with
100% agree. This is supernatural possession because if
Oh,
you
of course.
if you
It's
remember what she
supernatural.
said before in the beginning, I remember hearing it now. It was like she turned into a puppet.
Yeah. Puppet.
That's true.
They said puppet twice, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Puppet was a big
But,
thing.
But also the fact that she never, they haven't even talked about her aging. Like, I feel like they would have spotted out. They're so
I think her body's aging. But
no.
They don't know.
But
They
they're
don't point it
so
out.
detailed about
Black
everything else.
hair, white dress,
Everything.
red
She's
lips,
very pretty.
perfect teeth, always
They-
red shoes, always.
They always
a demon.
mention all the things about her every time we see her.
Yeah.
They don't
Except
say
the
like
fact
her
that-
face is a little more wrinkled now. Like they look her up and down. They make sure. You don't think after like the 7 or like the it's a childhood year to now is like it's definitely
Yeah,
something.
you'd see some.
And listen, this lady
Wow.
only entered his life at the age of 17.
Alright,
Oh, it's raining.
let's wrap it up.
So all right, we gotta
That's the
wrap it up now
episode
because we're getting a little
Of
drizzle
Bug
on.
Bites.
Yeah, this is the second episode. Well, this is. I don't.
This is episode 2. This is
We'll see you all in the next episode.
see you guys later. It was a lot of fun.
A woman holding an orange.
Woman holding an orange.
Peace
Yep,
out.
Thank you guys for coming.
Bye bye.
Adios.